So that's your first love.
That's my first love,
So
music.
you don't have room for a husband.
Why do you say that?
Just based on your life.
Oh my God, you're making me gag.
Oh, single or non? Do you want to be married?
Absolutely.
Hmm. Okay. Any children?
I do not have children.
All right. So were mom and dad married?
They were.
All right. So who's helping you figure all this out?
You.
Me, really?
You, my dad, my aunt, my grandma.
If Kevin is helping you figure it all out, it's probably too late. It's probably too late. You're already late. However, maybe you can right the ship. And, if I'm being honest, a lot of women did not really wake up until Kevin came on the scene. A lot of them did not know the hard lines that men had because men are kind of simps. So they would cross certain lines. They would date women with babies. They would date women who are out of shape. They would date, this, that, and the third. So there were no hard lines for women to follow. When Kevin came on the scene, he kind of put hard lines for women to follow. This is right. This is right. This is right. This is how it's supposed to be. And, a lot of women were like, really? I didn't know those were hard lines. Yeah, those are hard lines for men. Fit, feminine, friendly. Those are hard lines. Well, I've been getting away with it for this long. I ain't been fit. I ain't been friendly, and I ain't been feminine. So women been getting away with it for a long time because men, they see some trim and then they simp up. But Kevin put hard lines on it. This is how it's supposed to be. So yeah, a lot of them ain't figuring it out until they started watching him. And a lot of them don't even like where he stand on it. They don't want to give up their lines. They don't want to give up that advantage of not having to draw within the lines, so to speak. They like coloring outside of the lines. It's easier that way. They ain't even got to look and color outside of the lines. They ain't even got to try. Anyway, let me go in.
Okay. Are you in a serious relationship with anyone?
No, not at the moment.
When was your last serious relationship?
I want to say, what are we in? 21. Last one was in like 2019, and it was short lived,
What's your longest relationship?
like a year and a half.
Why such short relationships?
I'm an artist. Why you gotta shake your head? I'm an artist.
Creatives.
Yeah, creatives. But really, I've been in pursuing my entertainment career since I was like 14, well, really like 13 years old. So
What do you mean your entertainment career? And what?
I'm an artist. I'm a singer, songwriter, performer.
So that's your first love.
That's my first love.
So you don't have
music.
you don't have room for a husband.
Why do you say that?
Just based on your life.
Oh my God, you're making me gag. Why do you say that I don't have space for a husband? I have felt like that before, but I think the older I get, the more I realize that I don't want to be married to my career.
Yeah, but do you have the skills to do anything else?
Absolutely.
Really? Where's
Yes.
that show? Where's that been proven in your life?
I think it's been proven in the sense that I've been a caretaker. I mean, I've been
No.
pursuing music.
No, to a man. See, if you're trying to interview to be a wife, I'm going to ask you what's your relationship experience, and you don't have much.
That's true.
So,
I've had a lot of situationships, not a lot of relationships.
so you're unqualified to be a wife.
Facts. You're unqualified to be a wife. And she's not alone. There's a lot of women out there unqualified to be wives. A lot of men unqualified to be husbands. You know, you ain't got the skills. Like nowadays, it doesn't even matter if the parents. Like I used to prefer women who had parents that were still together. I still do. I still do prefer those women because they probably have seen how a household should run. But a lot of times, especially in these generations, both X and millennials and Z's, it's like even though the parents are together, they still have no fucking. I mean, I'm sorry, they still have no freaking clue on what to do. Like they could be born and raised in a household that gave them all kind of examples, and they still walk out clueless. It's just crazy. It's bananas to me. And they can be on a cell. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that parents give their kids bad advice. Not just the mothers, the fathers too. Fathers can be just as bad. Go on out there, be baby, and don't talk to no men, and don't do that, and you just be yourself, be selfish. See, men don't like to picture their daughters with other men. I'm included with that. Men don't like to picture their daughters with other men, so they ruin them on purpose. Don't be with this guy, don't be with that guy, and they go out there and they ruin them on purpose. Sometimes even having a father staying in the household with you can ruin you just as bad as a single mother. But it's just amazing to me that like she's a creative. She, her parents are still married. Clearly she didn't have many boundaries in her household, and she just don't know. She ain't had no relationships. Only she must have been the baby, or she must have got spoiled, and she never had to really account for nobody else but her. And that's why she can't hold on to no relationship, because she ain't never learned how to partner with somebody. It's just always been her, the baby. Now I'm not saying that she's the youngest or even she's a single child, but because I haven't seen this before, but looking at her personality, looking at her free spirit, her career, her relationship status, she's not qualified to be a wife. Kevin is right. Let's go back in.
You think so? Just because you haven't
It's
had
a
a lot
job.
of relationships?
Well, were you raised to be a wife?
I don't think I was technically raised to be a wife.
So any woman that says that I've been focusing on my career, following my passion, whatever, is a woman that raises a red flag to most men. You're number one in your world.
Right.
I could see why that would be.
See, sadly, and I'm gonna say something. This may sting a little bit. Sadly, far too many artists fail at becoming successful. Then they think marriage is a backup. Men aren't backup plans. Men are primary options to deserve your best.
Absolutely.
Can you honestly say that? You have given the men in your life your best?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So the last relationship you were in, the year and a half, who ended it?
Actually, it was both of us.
It was not freaking mutual.
Okay, first it was him, then we got back together.
Why did he end it?
You're gonna get me. Because we were both very young, but I was very much focused on my career at the time.
Right, you said how long ago was this relationship?
My most serious relationship, this was
You said a year and a half.
Yeah, that
How long
was
ago? How long
years
ago was that?
ago.
Right. So everything I said has been accurate.
Yeah. But that doesn't mean that
That means it is what it is. You're unfit for what you want.
Right.
I agree with you. I agree with you on that, and that is why I have been taking the time to really work on myself.
Well, kudos for her for not denying that. I'll give her that. At least she said you're right on that. Sometimes that's hard for women to say. You watch some of the other videos, you know, this it's hard for them to admit when you're right about something. When Kevin is right about something, they'll just smirk, or they'll just, you know, they won't acknowledge it. But you know, at least she acknowledged that he was right about that. Let's go back in.
On that side of my life,
With
because
whom?
you're right, I haven't
With
put a lot
whom?
of
With
thought
whom?
into it until
Whom? With
like,
whom? With whom? Who are you working with?
well, I have been in therapy, but not
Okay.
for relationship stuff specifically. But I do feel like
Are
being
you
in
still in
therapy has
therapy?
made me think. I'm sorry.
Are you still in therapy?
Absolutely.
How long you been in therapy?
I've been in. Well, I haven't been in this year. Last year and the year before. So about 2 years I was in therapy before I had
But
to
you're
go on
not. You said you're
hiatus.
still in therapy, so you're not in therapy.
Well, I had to take a break because of insurance issues. I
But
had to
that's
take
not
a
what you
break.
just said. You said you're still in therapy. You're not.
Well,
That's
I'm
it.
still
Just, ma'am. It's just
with,
no, ma'am. No, there's no, ma'am. No. Words mean things. It's almost June, and you said you're in therapy, implying that this is still ongoing. It turns out you haven't been in there all year.
yeah, it's been a
Okay,
while.
so
Yeah, it's been a
you're
while.
not in therapy. You just want to see. I'm concerned at how casually women lie these days.
Facts.
That
Well,
was
I
a.
wasn't lying
It
intentionally.
wasn't intentional or not. It was not factual. You know you.
And they'll call you out if they think you lying. I mean, it could be something small too. Women will call you out. You lying. You lie. You lie all the time. Even when you don't be lying. You know, it's just it's one of those funny things. Women don't like to be lied to, but they don't mind lying to you. And look, this is all from a male perspective. Okay, I'm not trying to be, you know, I guess I can only be biased towards men because I'm a man. Okay, I've never walked in a woman's shoes, and you know, but at the same time, from a male perspective, that's how I see things. They don't mind, you know, they don't want you lying to them, but they often lie to you. And I'm not saying this is all women, obviously, right? But it's too many of them. It's too many of them. One of them told me straight up, Mike, I don't like nobody to lie to me. First of all, I wasn't lying to her. I had no reason to lie to this chick, okay? I don't like nobody lying to me. I was like, I ain't lying to you. I ain't got no. I told her I ain't got no reason to lie to you. You know, straight up and down. Come to find out, she was lying her butt off to me about a lot of stuff. It's like, oh my goodness. You sitting up here giving me the blues about lying, and you've been lying to me this whole time. Anyway, let's go in.
You ain't been to therapy in 2021, so that means I'm not in therapy. And
I've
you know
been
if I'm
in
not in
touch
there,
with a
if you
therapist.
no, I'm not playing these games. This is another part of the reason why women are so unfit for relationships. Y'all play slick and loose with words. Words are used to express reality, not create reality. And far too many women use words to create reality. You're sitting here trying to play reality games in front of everybody. What man wants to deal with that?
Right.
I have been in therapy for an extended period of time. In 2021, I stopped.
I know that
therapy.
now. I know that now
Yeah.
because I've had to peel back the onion. But what I'm saying, in a normal interaction, you would have given the wrong information to somebody. My point is, ma'am, therapy or no, the fitness to be inside of a relationship, you need to be coming to the table to bring something. Women like you come and take stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What is a man going to get from you outside of sex?
Well, one thing that I've learned being around a lot of men is that they don't always get heard. They're not always listened to. And they're not always nurtured in the way that women naturally
What was the question I asked you?
The question that you asked me is that what I would be given to a man. Right. So I'm getting to that is the nurturing aspect and the being able to be a listener and actually take what I'm hearing and apply it. Like,
I will have to say I've heard I put it this way. She does seem to be a decent listener. So when props is, required, I'll give them. A lot of women are horrible listeners. They just are. But I see that she's actually actively listening to Kevin, which is a good sign. And I'm not surprised. I haven't seen this before, but I'm not surprised that she was going to say she's going to be a good listener. A nurturer, good listener. All of those things, though, are not with, I kind of want to say they're not with effort. They wouldn't really fulfill, like a guy who likes acts of service as a love language, they wouldn't necessarily fulfill that love language of acts of service. Okay, you're a nurturer. That would maybe, but that's so vague though. So I guess I would have to see that with her in practice. But give me something tangible. Give me something, with the meat to stick to the bones too. I don't want to hear all of this, easy stuff and vague stuff that any woman can do. I want to hear some hard stuff that will give me a good indication as to what you're going to provide. She talking all this basic stuff right now. A nurturer, you a woman, you supposed to be a nurturer. Listener, yeah, everybody's supposed to be listening. Give me something special to you from you. What is that? Maybe she's going to say that. Again, I haven't seen this before. Maybe I just spoke too soon. Let's go in.
I think that's something that a lot of young women my age.
Where did you learn this skill?
I learned this skill from, I think.
How long have you had this skill? Should I say?
I think I've always kind of had that skill, like as far as
lean forward a little bit.
Lean forward.
Let me go ahead. Yeah. See, if you had that skill to listen and respond and apply, your first boyfriend, the one you were with for a year and some change, wouldn't have said you were too focused on your career. Because I'm quite sure.
I was much younger.
No, but you said you've had this. You said you've had this skill for a while.
I was a lot younger.
No. You guys just saw what just happened, right? I asked her how long you've been aware of this, and I asked you how long you've been. I've had this for a while. That implies you should have had it then, and it didn't work then.
Women love to use that. I was a lot younger. I was young. I was a lot younger then. That is the most tired excuse ever, because they all use it. Practically every woman that calls these shows I've seen has used it. And if you dig deep enough with any woman, they'll use it. I was young back then. It's just the part that really, I guess, gets to me is that men can't use that excuse that we were young. We can't use that excuse. We have consequences to our stuff. If we rob a liquor store, we was young. We were young, but we go to jail. Okay. If we can't go to get in a fight with a guy or a gang or whatever, and I say I was young, no, your life is on the line. Okay, we can't say I was young when it come to kids. Oh no, you got to take care of that kid, pay child support. We can't use that young stuff. Women seem to use it all the time. They get to use that. Men don't get to use that. That's why it's a pet peeve of mine. And it don't hold water with men, and it don't hold water with women either. Anyway, let's go in.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I learned since then. Absolutely.
That's not what you said. That's not what you said.
Well, I'm correcting myself. Since then, after
creating
learn
reality.
No.
That's a reality stone. Creating reality with words.
No.
Okay, you let the comment section tell you.
I mean, they can say that, but
I'm telling you, ma'am. I'm telling you how I'm experiencing you right now. That you're trying to create reality with words, and I'm asking you very straightforward questions, and you contradicted yourself multiple times in your life.
When you
ma'am, listen. I'm just reflecting back what I'm getting from you. I'm mirroring you, and what you're getting is conflicted, confused answers. I'm being very direct. I know exactly why I'm saying what I'm saying. You're creating reality. Just like you created reality that you're still in therapy, and you're not. Just because you're in touch with a therapist doesn't mean you're in therapy.
Okay.
And I'm going to say that's a chaotic mind.
Oh, I absolutely have a chaotic mind.
Okay, and that means you're unfit for peace. Men want peace. No, men want peace.
I disagree that's
okay. You can disagree, but what is your men want cooperation and peace?
Right. Absolutely. Okay. But I don't think that you can. I don't think that disqualifies you from being capable of having peace or creating a peaceful environment. Because that's the point of me going to therapy. Because I know that you don't think that disqualifies you from creating a peaceful environment, having a chaotic mind? Absolutely not, because there's something called meditation. You learn how to
and what you're saying, right. And what you're saying is a man should put all his chips and bet on you as a wife that you got that ability.
Well, right now, where I am in my life, maybe not. But
okay, when you gonna be ready? When you gonna be ready?
To evolve,
absolutely. When you gonna be ready?
That's a good question. I gave myself until my birthday, which is in October.
Really? So
yes.
You're not in therapy right now. You're not in any kind of coaching or self-improvement. Just watching YouTube videos.
I actually am getting coaching.
With who? Or
I'm in coaching with business marketing.
Okay, but that ain't got you to do. But see, creating reality. We're talking about relationships, and you're talking about business.
But all of that,
stop.
That goes together.
No, absolutely French toast not.
Really?
Creating reality. You cannot make this shit up. Creating reality. Listen. You said you gave yourself until October, and you're not doing a mother flipping thing about it. You're not in therapy. You're in business marketing training or coaching. That's your priority. Like I said, your business, your passion is your business. You're unfit, and you're not doing the damn thing about it. So you just think by October, it's gonna fix itself. Wrong.
No.
This is why you guys need to ask thorough questions of women and get them to answer. Ask the question 3 levels deep. Ma'am, I've only asked you direct questions. Are you doing anything today that's improving your interpersonal romantic relationship skills?
I believe.
What are you doing?
I am. That's what I'm trying to explain.
What are you doing?
I think that me working on myself as a person.
How are you working on yourself?
When I'm developing a brand or a business, I'm actually having to ask myself questions about who I am and what I want for myself and what I want for my future. Those things all are going to contribute to the people around me.
You don't get. No, it doesn't. And that's the sad part. See, this is I'm gonna say something that may sting a little. This is lazy.
I disagree, though.
I don't care if you disagree.
That's fine. I'm just saying.
You can disagree, but I will tell you, this is a lazy approach. Listen. You're not doing a mother flipping thing about interpersonal relationships. And you're trying to say, because I'm getting some business coaching, that these are transferable skills. Well, that's the same thing when people come through the door and have a conversation with me saying, I'm doing great in my life, in my professional life, but I suck in my personal life because those skills don't map over. But see, women have been allowed to be lazy, thinking, well, I'll just kill two birds with one stone. I'll put my money into business coaching, and just through osmosis, or it'll all translate. I'll be a better wife or a girlfriend because I'm learning brand building and marketing. French toast out of here.
I do have a
Wrong.
question though.
Exactly.
I
No,
do have
did
a
you hear what I
question.
said? Did
So
you hear what
what
I said? Did you hear what I said?
I did. You said
What is
that
it?
it's not transferable skills. So I understand. But I do have a question for you. So what would you recommend to some women like me who is willing to listen and to learn and to grow, but maybe I don't know what to do? Because even though my parents were married, most of the women in my family are not, or they have, whatever situation they have, like they're always the
What's your
alpha.
question? What's your question?
Like I said, yeah, most women are not. And, you know, even though her mother is married, but a lot of times, like I said, kids who come from those situations, oftentimes they still don't know what to do. I mean, we're doing a horrible job with teaching our kids a lot of stuff. It's not enough to just go to work and pay the bills. We need to be actively teaching our kids, actively involved in their schooling, actively teaching them wife and husband skills, actively teaching them finance. I mean, parents, lazy parents make lazy kids. That's really what it boils down to. And I know life is busy and you got jobs and you got this, that, and the third, and you got to get some rest and all of this. But we have to get better with teaching our kids, because they come out like this. They come out lazy creatives who don't want to really hold a job, don't even want to get a job a lot of times, and then want to fall back on a man, especially women, when it's time to save them from some of the mistakes they've made. They got no skills in anything. They can't cook, can't clean. I bet you her place is probably a mess. And because she never had to really be clean for anybody but herself. So why would she be clean? She only had situationships in her life. I bet you her place is a mess. And we just got to get better as parents, especially in our community, at teaching our kids and raising our kids and being more active in life skills. Just life skills. There's more to life than just having a good career. And a lot of times that's, parents feel like that's all they got to worry about. You get a good career so you can get out of my house. That's all I'm worried about. All those other mistakes you're going to make, such as life. I made them too. Do you. But get a good career so I ain't got to pay for nothing. Get a good career and get out of this house. And deuces. You figure the rest out yourself. That is just, it's disappointing, it's lazy, it's sad, and we need to get better at that, especially in the West. It's not like that in other countries. They actually teach their kids more than that. But here in the West, it's like we ain't got time to teach our kids nothing else but how to get a career so they can get out of our house. And then we destroy them when it comes to relationships. Oh, you too good for all these men. There ain't no good men out here. Both the men and the women say that. The mothers and the fathers. Ain't no good men out here. You don't worry about that. You just get that career. So I ain't got to worry about you financially. And figure the rest out yourself. And then they grow up and they turn into her. Let's go back in.
Question.
The question is, what would you recommend then? Like, if I'm not supposed to be doing business marketing or doing self, help things or personal development, what would I need to be doing? Because I thought,
like, why would you think that those things are transferable? Business and self and marketing, and how is that? Why would you think that that's transferable? That's ridiculous. How could you even come to that conclusion? I guess people think that a family is a business. In some ways, it is like running a business, but at the same time, those skills are not transferable. Taking care of your husband, you're not going to learn that in marketing class. You're just not. It's baffling to me why people would think that
doing work on yourself is supposed to make you a better person.
No, you're doing work.
No, to
doing
get
work.
into a relationship, you have to be a whole person.
Jesus Christ, H Christ. This is how far we've gone. This is why so many women think because they go to school and get a goddamn PhD that makes them fit for a relationship. It doesn't.
That's true. I agree with you on that. They don't qualify.
So the first thing you need is self-awareness to recognize how bad off it is.
That's true.
You don't think it's as bad as it is for you.
Oh no, I know I'm in the danger zone.
No. Every question I've asked you, you've underestimated or downplayed or overestimated. You've not been accurate in estimation of anything tonight.
I disagree, but okay. I do.
Anyway, she got some work to do. I know Kevin feels like she got some work to do. All that being said, I'm going to give her a ranking. Check this out. And there you have it. Look, she was, Kevin was giving her the blues because she was really, I know wardrobe change, but she was really kind of lost, to be honest with you. She was really kind of just head in the air. I think that's why he don't like a lot of creatives, because creatives really don't seem to have any focus when it comes to certain stuff. But all that being said, let me go ahead and give her a ranking. I didn't find her face all that, although it wasn't bad, but I gave it a 4.5. As for her body, I'm just, body is a sliding scale, so I gave her body 5.5. As for her personality, she did seem like a decent listener, but at the same time, she really just had no clue on how to do anything, or she wasn't raised to be a wife or anything like that. So it's an uphill battle with her, and I do think she want to use a guy as her backup plan for her career not working out the way she wants. So all that being said, I gave it a 4.5 for her personality. All that for a total score of 14.5 points. Did I get it right? Did I get it wrong? Y'all let me know in the comments. All right. And hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.
Flabbergasting. A truly wild day that none of us will ever forget, no matter how hard we try.
Nicely done.